待たせたね。Excellent!
Stylish and flamboyant, Lee is a technical character who excels at slowly chipping away at the opponent's health bar with his wide range of fast, evasive pokes. Once the opponent starts to struggle, Lee can then fully capitalize on their frustration with his deadly counter-hit tools and powerful punishment options stemming from his evasive stance transitions. Lee's combos can also lead to big damage thanks to some of the best wall carry potential in the game.
楽しませてくれるのだろう?
Strengths: excellent counter-hit game, good keep-out tools, strong block punishment at close range, some of the best wall carry potential in the game, evasive stance transitions keeping rushdown in check. Weaknesses: lacks intimidating moves in the mid-range, mediocre whiff punishment, struggles to block punish moves with pushback, weak to sidestep left, a lack of damaging lows or strong throws, which can make comebacks difficult. XIII is one of the best counter-hit moves in the game. This string offers great damage, is active in only 10 frames, and knocks the opponent down. It makes for an effective deterrent on two fronts. By punishing overly aggressive pressure when Lee is defending, and by discouraging any potential counterpokes when Lee is attacking. While the whole string is safe on block, the last hit is high, allowing the opponent to crouch under and punish. The second hit of the string is -13 on block, which some characters have a strong punisher for, but this may not happen as often as you'd expect, since the opponent is usually more likely to try and duck the last hit than punish the second. XIII can also be hit confirmed between the second and third hits, but the window is tight, so identifying quickly between hit and block is crucial. Here's a tip: use visual cues, such as the opponent's hit animation or the damage appearing on the opponent's health bar, to identify whether you landed a successful counter hit, and then finish the string, or stop. At the wall, this string becomes particularly dangerous, as it wall splats to an immensely damaging combo. 4-4 is an 11-frame move, and is effective at checking opponents at close range, and is at the core of Lee's counter-hit and frame trap strategies. While its application is similar to that of XIII, it's an overall less risky option, due to it being safe on block and removing the commitment that XIII demands. Confirming a counter-hit from this move is also much easier, due to the loud audio cue and launching the opponent, allowing for an easy follow-up with back 1-1 forward, which transitions into Lee's misstep and the rest of the combo. 4-4 is safer on block than a single 4, but offers less damage potential on counter hit. 4-4-4 is used as a last resort defensive option to snipe out players who often rush in after a 4-4, though you do give up your combo by doing so generally not recommended. Down 3 is Lee's main low attack, with good range and reasonable tracking to both sides, which makes sidestepping this move difficult. Despite this move leaving Lee at disadvantage on hit, the mental advantage which comes from all the follow-ups are what can make this move effective. By pressing 4, it can transition into Hitman stance, which offers a variety of options after down 3 hits, ranging from a fast jab string in HMS 1-4, or HMS 4, which can crush any immediate jab responses from the opponent, as well as HMS 3, which is Lee's power crush from this stance. This allows him to muscle through most mid responses, as well as being a homing attack to counter sidestepping. Outside of this transition, Lee recovers in a crouching state, allowing for buffers into his slide and full crouch down forward 4, as well as opening up his while standing options straight away. On counter hit, Lee gets a guaranteed HMS 4 if he enters Hitman stance, or a slide or fully crouched down forward 4 if he doesn't. While he has plenty of options to follow this move, it's launch punishable on block, whether he enters Hitman stance or not. So overuse or being predictable with it can result in big damage from the opponent. Lee has one of the best down forward ones in the game. This 13 frame move is an important mid poke for creating situations such as Lee's many damaging counter hits, high crush sequences such as down forward 1 into down 3, and is even capable of going under some high attacks at certain moments in the move's startup. It's only -1 on block, which allows for continuing to pressure the opponent with jab strings or further down forward ones, as well as being able to sidestep around retaliation and punish accordingly. Being +5 on hit, it can greatly discourage any immediate retaliation from the opponent, due to the threat of falling prey to Lee's fast counter hit options, as well as their jab trading with Lee's down forward 2, which still allows him to combo. Running 3-4 is the go-to string for quickly closing the gap on the opponent. On hit, it knocks down the opponent into a face-down, feet-away position, allowing for a guaranteed forward 3+4 or HMS up forward 4 follow-up, if they do not hold back to tech roll the knockdown. Since the hitbox on this move is not as big as some running moves from other characters, it can be somewhat easier to sidestep this move if it is predicted. But like any other running move, this move can be done instantly by pressing forward 3 times in quick succession before pressing the 3. So timing is the key to deterring the opponent from evading this move. It's +1 on block, which allows for a counter hit opportunity with 2-2-3, and is even more advantageous on block when transitioning into Hitman stance at +4, overall making it an effective tool at maintaining pressure, checking retaliation with fast pokes, and even for crushing jabs during this move's startup. Stick this move on at the end of combos for good damage, and for pressuring the opponent's wake up. Back 1-1-2 is a 3-hit string that is a natural combo from start to finish. There are 2 versions to this string, which behave very differently from one another. One version is a regular string, which deals 29 damage on hit and is -11 on block. But due to pushback, it can only be consistently punished by characters with long arms such as Jack. The other version employs just frame timing, which is much safer on block at -6, grants a significant damage buff, going up from 29 to 41 damage, and knocks the opponent down. If the opponent doesn't tech roll from this knockdown, Lee has guaranteed follow-ups, similar to those used after running 3-4. The just frame timing is quite generous when compared to some of Lee's other just frame attacks like Acid Rain or Mistrap, but still requires practice to execute consistently. Here's a tip for the timing. Instead of entering back 1-1-2, try entering back 1, back 1-2. the extra back input helps to delay the inputting of the second hit, creating a rhythm that falls in line with when the hits connect on screen, allowing for more consistent timing. With enough practice, this can become a crucial asset in getting good damage from whiff punishing, as well as taking advantage of its ability to wall splat for big combo damage. A single back one is neutral on block, which can set up counter hit traps. The second hit is unique in that it can transition into both misstep and hitman stance. Tap forward before the second hit lands to cancel it into misstep, and press 3+4 when the second hit connects on hit or block to transition into hitman stance. This can help to mix up your offense and keep the opponent guessing. The final hit is high, so be sure to confirm the hits before committing, or you risk the opponent ducking this and punishing. Slide is Lee's most damaging low move. It has great range, gives a guaranteed wake up 3 on hit, and also on hit, Lee is able to wake up sooner than the opponent, allowing him to maintain aggression with moves such as forward 3+4, another slide, or faking the slide with his while standing options, like while standing 2-3 or flip kick. If this move is blocked, it leaves Lee wide open to punishment. However, due to how the slide recovers, Lee is left in an airborne state, therefore greatly reducing the damage potential of the opponent's punishment. The slide's damage and knockdown, the initial crouch dashing motion, and the threat of Lee's while standing options all make for a very threatening 50-50 situation when mixed up effectively. Back 4 is Lee's main defensive option for maintaining space. The strength of this move lies in its large hitbox, multiple active frames, and somewhat deceptive startup, which can cause overly eager opponents to go rushing into it, making it effective at stifling an opponent's approach. Lee can go into hitman stance by pressing 3, which moves this hurtbox a reasonable distance backwards, which on block he can use to whiff punish jab retaliation with HMS2 or HMS3 to power crush through mid retaliation. On counter hit, it launches the opponent, allowing for big damage combos by using 4 up 3 or jump neutral 4 as combo starters. If it counter hits when you've transitioned into hitman stance, tap forward to use misstep and pick up the opponent with down 2, which still allows for good combo damage. By itself, back 4's tracking is very poor, with even the slightest sidestep from the opponent in either direction causing it to whiff. However, when transitioning into hitman stance, its tracking greatly improves, making for something of a pseudo-homing attack, preventing the opponent from whiff punishing. 1+2 is Lee's main homing attack. Lee has a resounding weakness to sidestep left, so the use of this homing attack is encouraged against opponents who often attempt to move around his attacks. It's a little on the slow side, becoming active in 21 frames, but it makes up for this by dealing reasonable damage, being safe on block at -4, and recovering in a crouching state, giving him immediate access to his forced crouch and while standing options, as well as preventing the opponent from responding with jabs straight away. On counter hit, it knocks the opponent face down with feet towards. Lee can combo from this in a few ways. Slide or fully crouch down forward 4 is easy. A crouch cancel by sidestepping into the background with back 3-3 forward is medium difficulty. And a crouch cancel done by forward dashing into down forward 4, back 3-3 forward is hard. The counter hit combo potential of this move can also help to deal with sidestep attack setups, such as Bob's notorious sidestep 1+2. Down back 3 is an effective low attack for chipping away at the opponent's health, as well as having a rather casual looking animation, making it harder to react to and block. It also has a deceptively long range, hitting at the very tip of Lee's toes, which can help to maintain a good range to respond to counterattacks and to generally keep the opponent at a safe distance. It is one of Lee's safer, albeit still punishable lows at -12 on block, keeping him safe from some of the more damaging while standing moves in the game, as well as allowing it to be used more liberally against characters with less damaging while standing fours. It doesn't possess any special qualities on counter hit, or even increased frame advantage, but at +2 on hit, it still carries potential for setting up counter hit situations with 2-2-3 or standing 4 for big damage opportunities. Down back 3+4 is like the older brother to down back 3. This low deals more damage, has double the advantage on hit, and trips the opponent face down, feet away on counter hit for a guaranteed follow-up move such as forward 3+4 or blazing kick. While having such great benefits on hit, it has a slightly slower starter, and is more punishable on block at -13. This can be the difference between life and death versus characters such as Kazuya, Josie, Eddie, and Akuma, who all have 13 frame while standing launches. So, mixing this low with down back 3 will help to keep punishment on block to a minimum. Backwards Misstep 4 is a fantastic ranged approach and poke. It is slow, but also goes under highs. On hit, it leaves you at +3, which means your counter hit trifecta of 2-2-3, 4-4, and down 3 will beat retaliation. It is also a good pressure low, and has excellent range, which makes it a good approach tool or turtle breaker. In short, it's versatile, but requires time to come out. If your opponent respects you, you can go back into another low like down back 3 or down back 3+4. Fully crouched down forward 4 is a low done from a crouching position. It has good range, crushes highs, and tracks well to both directions. Lee can also transition into Hitman stance by pressing 3. It is -14 on block, so some characters such as Kazuya, Josie, Jin, or Bob can launch punish this. However, when transitioned into Hitman stance, it becomes slightly safer, going from -14 to -12. So mixing up between the two options will keep the opponent guessing between their punishment options. On counter hit, this move knocks the opponent down in a face down, feet away position, allowing for guaranteed follow-ups such as slide, forward 3+4, or blazing kick. Remember to step forward before doing this. If it counter hits as Lee enters Hitman stance, use HMS up forward 4 as a follow-up. Forward 2-1 is a natural combo string, and can be hit confirmed partway through by delaying the second hit. It deals good damage, knocks the opponent down, and despite being punishable at -10 on block, the pushback from the second hit prevents this from being punished in open space. If blocked against the wall though, the pushback is reduced significantly, making it easier to punish by characters with long-range jabs. The second hit of this move is high though, with no varying ender to this string, so the opponent can crouch and punish if they're looking out for it. This move is best used for punishing moves that are -14, with punishing, and for wall splatting the opponent for big combo damage. 3-3 is a string that shares similarities with forward 2-1 in several ways. It's a natural combo, as well as being 14 frames, and is also hit confirmable. But 3-3 can be hit confirmed at maximum delay. The first hit has more range than forward 2-1, and can also be faked into the second hit when the buttons are pressed at top speed. This forms the basis for one of Lee's just frame attacks, the Mist Trap. When faking the second hit, pressing 4 at the moment when it makes contact gives Lee an attack throw, which does 20 damage and knocks the opponent down. This can also be done when the opponent is blocking, making for an effective way to open up overly defensive opponents and get guaranteed damage. This move, like forward 2-1, is also an effective whiff punisher, though can prove more effective due to it having superior range to forward 2-1. On the other hand, it lacks forward 2-1's damage and doesn't knock down. Forward 3 is a mid with decent range, and with the pushback it is hard to punish without a wall inhibiting it, and only -11 on block anyway. It also wall splats and comes out pretty fast. One of the few Lee moves that really covers distance with minimal risk. Just don't whiff, because the recovery is pretty nasty without the opponent in block stun. Forward 4 is a difficult move to implement, but very powerful. It has a high crush window early in the animation, so if you try a single 2 jab and then do forward 4 as fast as possible, you will avoid any highs and get an easy 70+ damage combo with a successful counter hit. Be sure to do the forward 4 motion as fast as possible, being mindful to do the second forward and 4 at the same time. On block, this is very low risk at -5, but since you can't really sidestep at this disadvantage, unless you try ducking a high or crushing with down 3, you are effectively giving up your turn. Forward 4-3 is a fast string that has good range for its speed. It is good for conditioning the opponent not to press buttons, since the second hit is safe, delayable, and on counter hit converts to a big combo. This string is a natural combo on counter only, and only when the hits are undelayed, so you can't hit confirm it. But on block, you may want to confirm into Hitman stance, since HMS 3 beats 13 frame retaliations, and HMS 4 beats highs. Forward 3+4 is a grab which is highly damaging, and is especially useful against inexperienced players. You get a forward 3+4 follow-up for a big 52 damage, and a chance at a fully crouched down forward 4 against your opponent if they do not hold back to get up, for a total of 69 damage. Or you can pursue with slide. The forward 3+4 follow-up floor breaks, which turns your grab into a combo starter on the temple stage. At the wall, you can also get a combo to a guaranteed down 3 for 54 damage. At higher ranks, opponents should be able to break this grab, and Lee doesn't have many grab mix-ups, but you can still mask it through misstep approaches or from crouch, since forward commands automatically crouch cancel. The range is not great though, but missed approaches can help in dealing with that. Back 1+2 is a mid and high reversal against either punch and can't be chickened. It puts Lee behind the opponent, and they have 3 choices from here. They can hold back to try and turn and guard, or they can hold down back to duck and turn around more slowly, avoiding highs in the process. Or they can low jab to turn around quicker. The simple option against people who just hold back is to do 2-2-3 and land 47 damage guaranteed. Or use the built-in 4 follow-up for 30 damage. Reverse low jab beats both of these options, but a down forward 2 will launch them, and is safe on block. Down forward 2, however, will not launch someone who holds down back, but it will still hurt them. If you really want to shut down someone holding down back, you can do down forward 3-2-3, which starts with a mid and is uninterruptible on back-turned opponents, for a launch and combo worth 78 to 90 damage, depending if there are walls or not. Down forward 3-2-3 is unsafe on block though, so is best used as a specific high damage response to a properly conditioned opponent.
Excellent.
Lee's staple bread and butter combo, which he gets off a majority of his launches, such as down forward 2, up forward 4, missed step 3-4, blazing kick, HMS 2, forward forward 4 on counter hit, misstep back 4, counter hit back 4, or the second hit of forward 4-3 on counter hit is 4 up 3, back to forward misstep cancel, back to forward misstep cancel, while standing 2-4 to initiate the screw, and then finish off with either a running 3-4 or a run-in forward 2-1. Use forward 2-1 for better wall carry and consistency, since running 3 has poor range. In order to get a while standing 2-4 out of misstep, just tap back at the very end of the animation. You can add more back 2s for even greater wall carry. After 3, the post screw ender with forward 2-1 is very hard. And after 4 back 2s, the while standing 2-4 screw starter will whiff. Remember to dash after HMS 2 in order to connect 4 up 3. After counter hit back 4, or the second hit of forward 4-3 on counter hit, do an up forward neutral 4 and go straight into the back 2 loops. After blazing kick, do an up forward neutral 4 before going into the combo, and limit your back 2s to just 1, otherwise while standing 2-4 will whiff. This combo also works with counter hit 1+2, just omit the part before the back 2 and replace with sidestep back 3-3, or a micro dash to down forward 4, back 3-3. The timing for this is very strict. This bread and butter combo also works after counter hit 4. Just replace the part before the back 2 loops with back 1-1 forward misstep cancel to a standing 2. With counter hit 4-4, limit yourself to only 1 back 2 misstep cancel in order to land the while standing 2-4. For even greater wall carry, replace the 4 up 3 with down 2. This allows you to land 1 more back 2 misstep cancel into your combo, for a maximum of 4 before the while standing 2-4. Though again, actually reaching the opponent post screw is very challenging. After counter hit forward 4, backdashing before doing down 2 will allow for this combo to work. If your combo starter transitioned into Hitman stance, such as with back 4 or the second hit of forward 4-3, then misstep forward before starting this combo. After counter hit HMS 4 or fully crouched up forward 4, i.e. flip kick, do while standing 2-3, back 2 forward into a misstep cancel, while standing 2-4 to start the screw, and finish off with either a running 3-4 or forward 2-1. If you're having difficulty with back 2 misstep cancel loops, here's a list of easier alternative combos to get you started. As a replacement for Lee's bread and butter, he can do down 2, back 2 4-3 to start the screw, dash down forward 3-2-3. An alternative is 4 up 3, back 2 4-3 to start the screw, run in 3-4 or forward 2-1. For Lee's Magic 4, you can also do back 1-1, forward misstep cancel, 2, back 2 4-3 to start the screw, run in 3-4 or forward 2-1. For counter hit 4-4, you can do back 1-1, forward misstep cancel, 2-1-3 to start the screw, run in 3-4 or forward 2-1. After counter hit HMS 4 or flip kick, you can do while standing 2-3, back 2-4-3 to start the screw, run in 3-4 or forward 2-1. After the second hit of forward 4-3 on counter hit, or counter hit back 4, you can do forward 4, back 2 forward misstep cancel, 2-1-3 to start the screw, run in forward 2-1. After HMS 2, Lee can also do up forward 3-4 to start the screw, run in back 2 misstep cancel, down forward 3-2-3. Another alternative to HMS 2 is back 4 to start the screw, run in 4 up 3, back 2 forward misstep cancel, and finish off with a forward 2-1. Lee has a variety of mini combos which are very important to his game. After his while standing 2-3, Lee gets a free forward 3 against the entire cast, and against big characters like Gigas and Kuma, he can get in back 1-1-2. After Lee's forward 3+4 throw, he can get a free forward 3+4 or blazing kick. After counter hit down 3, if Lee went into hitman stance, he gets a free HMS 4, and if he didn't, either a slide or a fully crouched down forward 4. While Lee can get a full combo after counter hit 1+2, it can be pretty challenging, so if you want to make it a bit easier on yourself, just go for a slide or fully crouched down forward 4. After a fully crouched down forward 4 on counter hit, Lee can dash in for a blazing kick, go for a slide, or if he transitioned into hitman stance, go for HMS up forward 4. Lee's most damaging wall combo is back 2 forward misstep cancel, forward 4-3 into a guaranteed down 3. If you're feeling a bit lazy and just want some guaranteed damage to finish the round, try 4-3 to a delay 4. The delay is very generous. After a wall carry combo, and when you're running to the wall from a long distance, do down 4, neutral 4, up 3. Thanks for watching episode 6 of Tekken 7 Essentials on Lee Chaolan. Now let's just try to ignore that one time when he strapped his stepdad to a bomb and made him serve drinks in a sexually provocative G-string. Excellent?
Excellent.
Leonard Gardner, Ryan Lewis,